Now, the head of a major British child sex abuse inquiry has quit, marking the third time that a leader has left this role in the past 2 years. Chairwoman Lowell Goddard quit without giving a reason, just over a year after taking on an unprecedented 5-year inquiry into historical sexual abuse and its cover-up in Britain. Independent investigation, which was set up in 2014, goes into decades of child sex abuse in Britain. Now, she said the inquiry had a, quote, legacy of failure, which had been hard to shake off. News comes just as fresh, shocking data surfaced about child abuse in England and Wales. Office for National Statistics revealed that 1 in 14 adults was sexually abused during childhood. Now, the findings also suggest over 500,000 women and over 100,000 men suffered sexual assault by rape or other forms as minors. And now to get more on the story, we're joined out of Tehran by Camelia Shambayati, commentator and analyst. Camelia, it's nice to have you on the program. Now, Camelia, we've had reports of child. Oh, there you are. Sorry. We've had reports of child sex abuse scandals and cover-ups involving numerous MPs and celebrities in the UK. Why do you think this inquiry has been dragged out this long and its head changed so many times?
Well, it's clearly a very convenient situation for the British establishment to be in. You just have to look at the Chilcots report, for example, which was dragged on for years and years and was only released last month. And what that does is it lessens the impact, it softens the blow of the results. And meanwhile, the perpetrators roam free. They're given sort of respite. Now, having said that, the British establishment, this is also a disaster for the British establishment because it just shows the lack of management they have and power, and they have no handle on this situation. Now, this is the third time this resignation has occurred in just 2 years. The report was launched 2 years ago in 2014, and it was spearheaded by former Home Secretary Theresa May. Now, Dame Goddard gave no reason for her resignation, and she was only on the job for 16 months. And what that shows is there's enormous pressure in this position, perhaps because they're trying to delay the cover-ups, and this is an inquiry that's stretching back decades. And it's an enormous task, and there's going to be a lot of pressure on the next chairman to take this role.
Well, okay, there's a shocking percentage of people having suffered sex abuse in the UK. Why do you think that something this serious in the UK has only come to light recently and has been actually underreported to law enforcement in the past? What is it about UK culture, or I don't know, what's your take on that?
Well, the issue of child sex abuse in the UK is something that the UK clearly wants swept under the rug and to be put away. I mean, the country champions itself around the world as a beacon of democracy and human rights. And of course, something this big coming up would tarnish their image, especially something so disgusting. And it seems as if there are paedophile rings at the very top of important establishments and institutions in the UK. You just have to look after the Jimmy Savile scandal. It only came to light after his death, and he died as a very old man. So it takes a lot of years of cover-up and a lot of people involved to be involved in that kind of operation. And the BBC, which is the British state-run media channel, was under much condemnations and scrutiny because they were housing so many presenters who have been charged with sexual abuse, especially to minors.
Camelia, thank you for your input and your analysis. That's Camelia Shambayati, commentator and analyst, joining us out of Tehran. And that's a wrap, everyone, for your Press TV's Top 5. Thank you. We hope you enjoy the program, and bye-bye.